Welcome back to Case Closed, Anime Review, episode number 35. This is reviewing the 948th episode of the anime, The Man Crushed by a Dinosaur. Yep, this episode starts off. Now, I should point out that the cast this episode is simply this. The Junior Detective League, Professor Akasa, Sweat McGuire, and Detective Takagi. That's it. Roughly a 8 character episode. Yep. Thing starts off with the characters at a dinosaur show having a T-Rex, a mechanical T-Rex, and a mechanical Tyrannosaurus fighting each other. Also, the T-Rex at one point kind of like on a rampage, scaring Amy and knocking over. And of course, she's picked up by the host, who's very nice, though later revealed got a stain on her skirt. And of course, he disappears for a bit, and of course, well, they have the thing over with, and have a fight, and yeah. And then they're walking out, and hear a crash. And apparently, the dinosaur bones have been crushed. Now, there was nothing in the last week's teaser for this one where there was going to be a murder. Yep, there is a murder of the director's museum. It's one of those rare occasions where we do not see the victim at all. Like, while he was still alive. Nope, let's have him die. Oh, and here's the thing that they never bothered to make the whole episode. Like, I noticed this. He has a ring on his finger. Does anybody mention if this director is married? Nope. It's one of the most bizarre things. Also, they'll suspect there's like 3 different people who suspect of killing this guy. A clerk, a guy who works in the dinosaur bones, and the host of the show. I'll reveal who the murderer is in a minute. The clerk basically has motive to kill him because he wanted to make her his. The other guy, because he disrespected dinosaur bones. The host stated exactly what his motive was until the thing was over with. Eventually, Conan just wanders about for a little bit, doesn't do much investigating this whole episode. He finds out who the murderer is just by, well, seeing pieces of debris outside in the hallway, and he finds some confetti near the director's office. And of course, revealed that we have a cooling agent used in a spray bottle. Yeah, I've also used this thing also to people who drink out of these things as well, but it's a cooling agent. And they reveal who the murderer is, basically thanks to Gasa, who talks like this. Like the whole period of time he's doing the deduction show, which I think is a little weird for him to do. Yep. He reveals that the murderer is the dinosaur show host. Why? Because he director borrowed money from him to buy the museum, and he wouldn't pay him back, so he tried to kill him, thus causing injury in his arm. Yeah, he's been basically his arm's bothering him the whole episode. Yep. And that's the reason why they wanted to kill him. And then, of course, well, and the episode ends with Amy, George, and Mitch wanted, like, George wants a hamburger, Amy wants a chocolate parfait, and Mitch wants sushi. And of course, it was like, not want to buy anything. Of course, Anita says something that she should, like, humans, like, but humans kill each other. Like, that's all on the show. Basically, acting very cute. Yeah, she only does this. This is only the second time I've seen that she does this in a filler episode, which happened this very season. I think so. Yes. And then we have a hilarious thing where Conan basically acts kind of grouchy and says, "Yeah, I'm going to try to eat you," or something like that. Yeah. This was an okay episode. There was some stuff I thought was okay. I thought was interesting. Like the problem with this episode is there's not much investigating this episode. Yeah, Conan kind of figures out who the murderer is really quickly. Like, oh my gosh, it is so quick. Like, they even show, like, in the thing, like, okay, apparently they use pliers to basically clipped on this dinosaur held by a bunch of wires. And apparently he clipped most of them, and somehow he took the time to clip the last one. How? Never explained. Like he clipped something and somehow that's what causes the Brontosaurus basically to crash into the director. Yeah, this is kind of a weak episode. Yes, it's not a terrible episode. It feels very weak. And yes, this is the first time they have dinosaurs in the series in 9 episodes. But at least that next week's episode looks a heck of a lot more interesting than this. This is just okay. Yeah, I mean, we just came off a awesome two-parter. Yeah, a really well-written two-parter. And then this is something else. Now, is there going to be an episode next week? Yes, there is. Uh-huh. Yes, there definitely is. It's not going to take another, like, 2-week break like it did before. As far as I can tell for this, yeah, they're pretty much going to go forward, and I'm looking online at basically if there's going to be a canon episodes come up, well, there's going to be a sequel to a filler episode in this very season. But I keep wondering, though, when are we going to have another canon episode? No, seriously, right now it's only been 6 episodes. I'm hoping we don't have too many. Yes. Because the way it looks right now, it looks like by up to episode 953, we're going to have filler. Yep, frickin' filler. And since it's going to be up to filler for 953 right now anyways, that is like 11 filler episodes. That's almost... Right now, this string of filler episodes is already right now close to being the second longest. Well, right now it's not. It's as long as typical string of episodes. Right now it's only 6, but I hope to God that. Well, actually it's been 7. I hope that we really get a canon episode really soon because I'm just hoping of that. But next week's episode looks really interesting. It's talking about a radio show. Yeah, and Richard Moore is going to show up finally. Yeah, he was actually absent this episode for some reason. Yeah, it's one of those times basically when you have a fill episode and Richard Moore is nowhere to be seen. As for McGuire, this is the first time in about... Oh, it's been a while since he's... I think the last time physically appeared was back in 41. Yeah, I think that was the last special time he showed up in the series. Dagaki himself just showed up in the previous episode. Uh-huh. Yeah. Yeah, he just showed up in the previous arc. As McGuire himself, yeah, this is by far the first time since the previous since the last Can episode aired that he has actually physically shown up. I mean, it's been like 7 episodes since he last appeared. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I think it's like 7 episodes. Now, as of right now, there's only about 30 chapters they could adapt if they wanted to. But that all depends on the studio who makes this show. Mm-hmm. Actually, wait, he did show up in like last week's episode, but yeah, but the thing is, also in this episode, it's one of those times where he just doesn't wear his suit coat at all. Him nor Tagagi do wear suit coats. Like, okay, he tells Tagagi basically contact forensics and basically examine the entrance. Oh yeah, and how they get the whole thing of everybody thinking that the thing was crashed this particular time because they recorded the crash via the speakers. Yeah. Oh, and also apparently Tagagi forgot to pick up his phone to contact forensics. Yeah, it's like okay, what, you're not gonna contact forensics? Okay. Yes. Weak episode. Not terrible, just weak. At least it's better than that crappy two-parter that came right after, like, the previous, like, canon episodes. Yeah, that was pure garbage. Yeah, the ones for 943 and 944. Yeah, that was nothing more than just pure garbage of two-parter. The 943, this was bad. Like, okay, we have a really bad episode. Yeah. So far for these fill episodes, we've had a bad one. Yeah, there's been so far at least 7 so far. Yeah. Since we've had the last canon episode, we have had a crappy, like, episodes 943, 945, like, oh my gosh, so, like, 943 was awful. I didn't really care for it. The 2 episodes that came right after that were okay, slightly better than 943. The last 2 that came from this one, much better episodes. And now we're back to an okay episode again. What the heck? Case closed. What the heck? Can we please have a better episode, please? Well, luckily enough, we're having one next week, which is going to be called the Radio Show Questions and Concerns Show. Yeah, this should be a heck of a lot more interesting. Okay. So yeah, that's it for this particular review. My next thing I'm going to do, is a review of the newest chapter, The Gray Man. Yeah, this is finally released new chapter. First time in 3 months. I haven't read it yet, but hopefully we get a little more advancement in this plot. Hopefully. Okay? But until you see you next view. Bye.